very quickly. Matthew 5, verse 14 and 16, NKJV. Your lives light up. You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden. Go to verse 16. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Let's go to verse 14 again. Watch this. You are the light of the world. So in other words, I'm not trying to light you up. You're already light. In other words, I have identified you as light. I have activated the light. A city that is set. If you put light here, I think that no place is really dark. Right? So in other words, if you know you are light, you can't be hidden. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden because light don't hide. Can you hide this one? Are you not seeing it? Are you seeing one at the back? Are you seeing one there? So that's what light is. You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden. But it's very interesting in verse 16, it says something. Let your light so shine before men. So in other words, can you allow this light shine? So in other words, that you are light doesn't mean you are shining because you refuse to allow it. So when you sit, it doesn't shine. When you sit on what he has asked you to do, it doesn't shine. He says, let your light so shine. So when you shine, people see the good works and glorify. So you are hindering the glory that is supposed to be ascribed to God because you are refusing your light to shine. Let your light allow. Can you allow this thing I have given to you shine before men, not before him? So whilst you pray to him, and he communicates back to you that which he has communicated, can you go out of your room and allow it shine? When Moses went to the burning bush, the people in Egypt did not see the burning bush. He saw it. He prayed to God. He was doing something and God interrupted what he was doing. He says, can you allow this light shine by going to Egypt to deliver my people? So the light that you have received is to deliver a people. The encounter you receive in your room is to deliver a people. It's not for you. Moses could have been doing every other thing. But the Lord interrupted him. The people did not know whether he saw burning bush. The people did not know whether he complained that he was a stammerer. Even when he presented it to God right there, God said, I will give you an Aaron. They didn't see it. Nobody sees what happens between you and God in your secret place. Even when you talk it, now you understand what you are saying. But can you allow the light shine? Nobody sees that you are a stammerer. Nobody sees that you feel you are not qualified. But he has qualified you. Can you now allow this light shine? He said, let your light so shine. Isaiah 60 verse 1 to 3 very quickly. It says, arise. Isaiah 60 verse 1 to 3. KJV, very fast. Arise, shine. So it's the same thing. He says you are sleeping. Can you arise? Can you wake up and shine? Arise. For thy light is come. It's not was. It's come. And the glory of the Lord is risen. It's still present. But you are not seeing it. And the glory of the Lord is risen upon you. Verse 2. For behold, darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall rise upon you. Why? Because you are light. He doesn't joke with his people that he has identified. The darkness shall cover the and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall rise upon. You know what it is? What upon means? That is beyond the storms, beyond what you are seeing. Because you are light, and we come upon, there shall be an outpouring. It's not in, it's upon. It's upon. Mark the word there. Don't joke with grammar words in scripture. It's upon you. So, in other words, it's not what is inside. I understand that you are light. It's inside. But I will not come. My glory will be upon you. My fire will be upon you. And when I come upon you, the glory shall be seen. But can you arise? That's the first step. He says, arise. Stop trying to feel mocked. Feel relevant. You don't need to know you are relevant. Just feel it. He says, arise. It is the same thing in Matthew 5 verse 13. He says, let your light, even in business. He has told you already asking. The capital is gold. It's not your money. The capital is gold. That's all you need is the word. I tell you. It is the word. So the Lord shall rise upon you, and his glory shall be seen upon. Who would have ever thought Moses was qualified? What does he want to say to Pharaoh that he ran from? And let me tell you something interesting about God. That thing that you are running from, he will bring you back to it. So why delay the race? Why delay your level? Because you're the one delaying it. It's not him. I tell you. Why delay it? He ran away because he said he was trying to separate his two brothers. They discovered him. He ran for his life. But this is him now going to. And the Lord is giving encounter a burning bush. If I use that one to bring him, because encounter draws attention. And he saw it, he went close. He says, go and deliver my people in Egypt. Are you kidding? And he heard the name Pharaoh. Asked, how? This same Pharaoh? How do I go? He said, go with the I am sent you. That is all you need, though. The I am. I am means I am always capable. People saw a Moses that was a stammerer because the glory of the Lord was upon him. So he went with fire. When he entered Egypt, they saw inside caught fire, outside had fire. The inside was with the encounter he received. He now went out, they still saw fire on him. You can't be light and you walk into a room, people will not see. It's just that you have not risen. Verse 3, something more striking. He says, and the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising. Leave it here. Now, the Gentiles are non-Jews, commoners in the Bible. He says they shall come to. Have you ever seen that kind of bulb, that light that used to have ants around it? Am I talking? Have you seen it? Those ants are always hovering around that kind of bulb. I don't know the bulb. Is it an energy saving bulb or what they call it? I don't know. Fluorescent. And fluorescent can shine, but like it's scarce now. I don't know. Now, in other words, light attracts. If you stay directly under this light that is here, or it faces you, for those people that are there, are you feeling any heat from it? Can I get a response from that line? You're feeling heat, right? There's this thing you feel when you are directly under light. And then for that fluorescent, that those ants are always around it. It hovers around it. Why? The light did not call the ants, right? But the ants got attracted by the lights. What am I trying to say? When you arise, people get more attracted to you. Because you are light, but you have refused to rise. He said, and Gentiles shall come to thy lights. And kings, that is, look at another striking thing, to the brightness of thy rising. So in other words, there's a way I can regulate this light and increase it. So the more I increase my lights, the more I command affluence. The kings don't have to be ones that believe in God, but as far as I'm shining more, they don't have to. It didn't say kings that are believers. So in other words, a king can leave his palace because you are rising. So it did not say to the light, it said to the brightness of thy rising. So when you arise, you are still rising. How do I know? John 5 verse 35. The Bible talking about John. It says, he was the burning and shining lamp. Does that relate? He was the burning. It didn't say he was burnt and shone. He was a burning and a shining. Can you see the two interesting things? They actually mean different things. What does it mean? Now, when you are light, you need the glory of the Lord to be upon you. So you actually need the encounters. You need the fire. Because if the fire of the Lord does not hit you or come upon you, you cannot actually come to the brightness of your rising. No king. So in other words, he was burning. Now, have you ever pictured a house? No, let me even start with your kitchen. Have you been frying plantain or frying something? And somebody comes and says, there's heat in my house. Close the door. I'm always like, close the door, close the kitchen door because of the heat. Right? Right? So, as the fire is on, your gas cooker is on, and something is frying, is burning, right? If you go in there, what do you get in return? You get consumed by the heat. So I have to be consumed and consuming with fire so I can keep on shining. So he was the burning and shining. So he had to be burning to be able to keep on shining. And let me tell you something interesting about John the Baptist. For you to be able to keep on burning, you have to be dead. You have to come to a point where there is no attachment. You don't have any attachment to your beauty. It's beyond beauty. Have you ever stopped rubbing cream and people are saying, I don't understand how you look? Why? When the glory of God comes upon a man, it's beyond your expensive cream. Who cream help? It's beyond your beers, how fit it is. With all your beers, which kings have you commanded? John the Baptist was eating ravens. He was in the wilderness. But this is the remark about Jesus. He was a burning, a shining light. Eating locusts. Not dressed in a good presentation. How could they hold John the Baptist in his look? I read about his look. Stand. And people will be coming to him to be baptized. Who is John the Baptist? But he was a burning. It's not what you wear that attracts kings. It's how you are burning. I've entered places that if you check my bank account, it's nothing to write home about. I don't deserve it physically. Because you come to a point where you tell yourself, I must decrease so he can increase me. John the Baptist, in his funny attire, he was baptizing, came to a point, he knew he was only a witness. People who are dead know their level and have an understanding of where they should be, where they should not be at the right time. When John the Baptist was born, the Bible says, if you can help me project it, it says John the Baptist was in the wilderness. Even when Israel, they were crying, he was there because it wasn't time. Dead men know their time. Because when you are burning, you know when to shine. You're not confused.